science and urge the audience to seek peaceful solutions to international conflicts and to use science as a tool for understanding and cooperation rather than for destruction and domination. Here is an excerpt from his speech. We are gathered here today to commemorate one of the bloodiest battles in human history. A battle that claimed the lives of tens of thousands of men and left a scar on the soul of this nation. A battle that was fought over a question that still haunts us today, whether all men are created equal and whether they have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But we are also gathered here today to celebrate the spirit of those who fought at Gettysburg and those who died here. A spirit that transcended their differences and united them in a common cause. A spirit that inspired them to sacrifice their lives for a higher ideal. A spirit that still lives on in the hearts and minds of millions of Americans and millions of people around the world. That spirit is the spirit of science. The spirit of curiosity, of exploration, of discovery. The spirit that drives us to seek the truth, to understand ourselves, and to understand our place in the cosmos. The spirit that has enabled us to unravel the mysteries of nature, to harness the forces of nature, and to reach for the stars. Science is not only a body of knowledge, but also a way of thinking. A way of thinking that is based on evidence, logic, and reason. A way of thinking that is open-minded, skeptical, and humble. A way of thinking that is willing to admit errors, to correct mistakes, and to change opinions when new facts are revealed. Science is also a way of living. A way of living that is based on compassion, cooperation, and respect. A way of living that is aware of the interdependence of all living things and the fragility of our planet. A way of living that is committed to the preservation and enhancement of life in all its forms. Science is not only compatible with democracy, but also essential for democracy. Science empowers us to make informed decisions, to participate in public debates, and to hold our leaders accountable. Science educates us about our rights and responsibilities as citizens and as human beings. Science inspires us to pursue our dreams, to overcome our fears, and to create a better future for ourselves and for our children. But science also warns us about the dangers we face as a species and as a civilization. Dangers that are caused by our ignorance, our arrogance, or our indifference. Dangers that are amplified by our technology, our population, or our ideology. Dangers that threaten not only our security, but also our survival. One of these dangers is war. War is the antithesis of science. War is the negation of reason. War is the destruction of life. War is the ultimate folly of human conceits. War has always been a scourge on humanity, but never more so than today. Today we live in an age where war can no longer be confined to a battlefield or limited to a region. Today we live in an age where war can engulf the whole world or annihilate the whole world. Today we live in an age where war can unleash weapons of mass destruction, weapons that can kill millions of people in an instant, weapons that can poison the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. Weapons that can alter the climate we depend on, or extinguish the sun we worship. Today we live in an age where war can trigger a nuclear winter, a scenario where the dust and smoke from nuclear explosions would block out the sun and cause global cooling and famine. A scenario where most forms of life would perish from cold or hunger or disease. A scenario where civilization would collapse into chaos or barbarism. Today we live in an age where war can end not only our history, but also our future. Is this what we want? Is this what we deserve? Is this what we owe to ourselves, to our ancestors, or to our descendants? I think not. I think we want something else. I think we deserve something else. I think we owe something else. I think we want peace. I think we deserve peace. I think we owe peace. Peace is not only the absence of war, but also the presence of justice. Peace is not only a state of affairs, but also a state of mind. Peace is not only a goal to achieve, but also a duty to fulfill. Peace is not a utopian dream, but a realistic possibility. Peace is not a naive ideal, but a rational necessity. Peace is not a passive surrender, but an active struggle. Peace is the challenge of our time. The challenge that we must face, and the challenge that we can meet. The challenge that requires our courage, our wisdom, and our will. The challenge that demands our science, our democracy, and our humanity. Peace is the legacy of our past. The legacy that we inherited from those who fought at Gettysburg and those who died here. The legacy that they entrusted to us and that we must honor. The legacy that they embodied in their words and that we must remember. Peace is the promise of our future. The promise that we make to ourselves and to each other. The promise that we share with our children and with all children. The promise that we express in our actions and that we must fulfill. Peace is the gift of our present. The gift that we have in our hands and in our hearts. Peace is the spirit of science. The spirit of truth, of reason, of understanding. The spirit of compassion, of cooperation, of respect. Peace is the spirit of Gettysburg. The spirit of courage, of sacrifice, of idealism. The spirit of democracy, of equality, of liberty. The spirit of America, of humanity, of the cosmos. Peace is the spirit that unites us all. The spirit that transcends our differences and celebrates our diversity. The spirit that inspires us to learn from each other and to grow with each other. The spirit that drives us to create together and to live together. Peace is the spirit that guides us all. The spirit that shows us the way forward and the way upward. The spirit that leads us from darkness to light, from fear to hope, from war to peace. Peace is the spirit that lives in us all. The spirit that makes us who we are and what we can be. The spirit that gives us meaning and purpose, joy and wonder. The spirit that makes us alive. Let us embrace this spirit. Let us nurture this spirit. Let us share this spirit. Let us be this spirit.